Good morning. How are you? Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So we're talking about Jeremy Corbyn, and today Daily Mail has published another headline. Corbyn and the terror chief, Labour leader, shared a platform with a senior member of Palestinian group that murdered a British rabbi in a synagogue. One more headline about Jeremy Corbyn. How dangerous is Jeremy Corbyn for the Jewish community?
We are extremely concerned in the UK. This is the second incident he's been reported as cavorting with terrorists. This is getting to his credibility. You're judged by the company that you keep. He's refused to apologise to widows and victims, and this is causing the UK community to be incredibly concerned.
What is the public opinion in the UK regarding this incident?
I think that people are starting to have great concern, because if he is cavorting with terrorists and not condemning, for example, the despicable massacre of Israeli Olympics in Munich, this is really letting people see that he doesn't have credibility. He should be apologising, and this is a question of his judgment. In the UK, the Jewish community are really having great difficulty facing issues of anti-Semitism coming from the Labour Party. This is a matter of huge concern at the moment, because the Labour Party is refusing to accept the international definition of anti-Semitism and all the examples. They're also refusing to discipline people that should have been disciplined in the last 2 years in a transparent way for anti-Semitism. And there are show trials of MPs who have sought to defend Jews. This is a major concern in the UK for all our community, and indeed worldwide.
Is he a real threat to the Jewish community, to the Jewish life in Britain, in the UK?
He is a real potential threat. We are very lucky to live in the UK, but there's huge concern if he does get into power because of the anti-Semitism that we are facing. And there's worldwide concern. As well as being president of the Jewish community in the UK, I'm the vice president of the World Jewish Congress, and I can tell you this is causing concern around the world.
What will happen if Jeremy Corbyn is the Prime Minister of Britain, in your opinion?
We will have to deal with whoever is elected as the Democratic Prime Minister, but this will cause major concern for the UK Jewish community, because we're already facing unprecedented levels of anti-Semitism, increases in hate crime, and huge concern.
Yes. It seems that the UK press is participating in your fight against Corbyn.
I think it's making the headlines for the last 21 days because it's unknown for the leader of the opposition to attend memorials where there are victims that should be apologised to. He shouldn't be spending time with terrorists. He should be coming to the table. He says he's a man of peace, but he doesn't have to attend memorials with terrorists to be a man of peace. It's causing outrage, and people are now understanding what he's doing, what he's involved with, and his long-time associations need to be exposed. He needs to face his past history, and he needs to apologise for it.
Yes, you probably saw the war of tweets between Prime Minister of Israel Netanyahu and Jeremy Corbyn in Twitter, of course. Do you believe that this is the right way to fight, to deal with it?
I think that Prime Minister Netanyahu, in this case, was fully entitled to tweet, because the victims were as innocent Israeli athletes. They were slaughtered at the Olympics. Everybody should condemn such an outrage. It shows that Jeremy Corbyn is not a credible potential leader. His response was entirely inappropriate. He still has not apologised to the widows or any victims. It's an outrage.
Yes. Is this a real issue in the UK nowadays, at the moment?
Yes. It's been in the press solidly for about 21 days. All his associations, as I say, are being exposed, and it is a real issue because the Jewish community is not going to be silent. We are raising allegations of anti-Semitism. It's an outrage that he will not accept the definition of anti-Semitism and all the examples, and enough is enough. We had a campaign, and we've also had a big rally outside Parliament for the Jews to say enough is enough. This is unprecedented.
Yes. What will be your next step?
We have to carry on calling out anti-Semitism. We have to confront Jeremy Corbyn. We're not going to be silent in the UK. And we hope soon that he will apologise for his past. He will continue to try to come to terms with the Jewish community, but he's got a long way to go. He has to, as I say, there's a lot of things he has to do, and we are not seeing any evidence because actions speak louder than words. His words are hollow.
Vice President of the Jewish Congress, Marie van der Zyl, thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you.
Thank you and good luck with the fight. כן, זה הנושא הזה, וכמובן הקהילה היהודית בבריטניה וגם הקונגרס היהודי ממשיכים במאבק הזה נגד ג'רמי קורבין, שאפילו עדיין לא ממש התנצל.